Hello everybody, Phenomenal Sir here, back with another episode of The First 15, the series where I play the first 15 minutes of new or underexposed indie games, and then share my thoughts and feelings about them. So, today up, we have the PUNY PYGMY PRIX. Welcome to the PUNY PYGMY PRIX. This is a short game I have been working on that explores some old arcade-style vehicle physics. You can switch between top-down camera and third-person follow camera anytime with C. Thank you for trying my game. I hope it brings you as much joy playing it as I have had making it so far. The game is an active work in progress. I will post updates regularly. So, it was published 15 hours ago. Status is in development, created by Technopath. So, sorry, it took me a little bit to read this. The background of this page is a little weird. It's quite hectic. So, we've got 15 minutes on the clock, and our foray, I guess I'll say, into the PPP starts now. Oh, I gotta choose a track and a car too. Well, I'm gonna pick that one. Oh, pick all kinds of stuff. I wanna be a tractor. And I start. And I start. Well, maybe I don't start. Did I break it by choosing things? Let's see. We're gonna reload the game, give it another try. I'm not gonna touch anything. I'm just gonna press start. All right. Oh, that was a good mess. Well, I pretty much lost the race at this point, right? Let's try it with... Okay. Oh God. Oh, this is even worse somehow. Oh, well, they've got invisible walls, so I can't cheat. No lackitude abuse speed runs here. Oh, I can go through vehicles, so there's no reason to pick a bigger vehicle. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm in a hard 8 right now. This is oh. Are they just gonna keep on driving while they wait for me to finish? Finished in 8th place. Yay! Alright. Now let's see if I can... Okay, so that map... Okay. What if I choose this? Okay. Try it one more time. Don't touch anything, but just start. Okay. Yeah, this is just me holding forward and right. I want to actually test something because this doesn't feel consistent. Let me get out over here and I can't even get over the grass to test it. I wanted to find a big open space that I could just do donuts in for a second. So this is like the tightest turn you can do with this car. This is me just holding up and left. That's a pretty huge turn. And I'm definitely feeling like the enemies are turning. I'm feeling like the other racers are turning a lot more sharply than that. Yeah, they can like hook around corners and stuff. And I know I am just holding up and just going full speed, but it feels like they are too, because as soon as I let off the throttle to be able to make it around the turns, they just accelerate past me, which tells me that they are maybe having an unfair advantage here in terms of steering. Yeah, see, look at that. The way they just keep, and they don't actually slow down at all. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I just wanted to see if it would mess up again. So this is way less than 15 minutes, but unfortunately I'm not gonna do that for another 10 minutes. So the game looks cute. I will give it that. I'm not sure I understand the choice to go with the psychedelic, like lava lamp background and the 60s era or 70s era, whichever decade it may have been. It was before I was born. Text, but I feel like there's some pretty big issues here, and the first of which is it seems like it's inconsistent as to... Oh, see, this can turn more sharply. Now, look, I'm going full speed now, and I'm making it around corners. Hang on a second. So I was about to cut it short, but we're gonna experiment with this a little more now, because so a minute ago it wouldn't let me, if I tried to choose anything different, it wouldn't start. So is it just the track that's... Okay, so if you click on choose track, you will break your game. That is... Yeah. Yeah, so clicking choose track breaks the game. That's a huge issue. Turn it off, turn it back on again. So let's see if I don't touch choose track. So this car handles like utter garbage. That the van seems like it did better than the car did. The blue van. So when I select the blue van, I start in position 1 of 1. There are no other cars. The timer doesn't start. It's just broken. So don't choose the blue van. Pickup truck. Position X of X. 1 of 1. So that one's messed up. Okay. We're gonna test them all now. Green car works, but you start in 8th place. Seems like it handles better. Yeah, I'm making it around this one no problem now. I'm actually like keeping up. I mean, I'm still doing a bad job because I'm not the greatest person in the world at racing games, but yeah, I'm working him for 2nd place right now. Like I may actually win this race. See, we almost stopped this video, and now this is turning into a more engaging series of notes than I thought it was going to be. Let me just hurry up and spank this fool with my little RC car. So I won that time. We're gonna come back. Okay, so now I started 7th place. And this one handles, this one's got even tighter handling than the green one. And it's a Formula 1 car. In theory, I should be all over the place, right? I should be going super fast right now. But look at this. Just hugging the curves. doing a good old job. Okay. Look, I'm already in first place. I'm devastating these guys. And I'm all over the road. I'm spending more time in the grass than I am on the road. And I'm like half a lap ahead of them. Look at this. I think I skipped a lap though. It says I'm on lap 4 now. And I'm pretty sure that that's only the second time, unless I'm going even faster than I realize. But we're putting this game through its paces now. Random position. Position is 3rd. Test one thing. Wait. Later. I'm already in first place. Okay. So that was just my imagination. So... Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah. Okay, so that one handles that. I ran into the wall, but that one handles really well. This one kind of fishtails a bit. This one does not handle as well as the fire truck was. I swear I'm not crazy. Like the developer's gonna get on here and be like, you're insane. They all have the exact same controls, but I know I'm not imagining this. Well, maybe I am crazy. I don't know. Maybe I've been doing this for too long. That one felt like it was somewhere between the ambulance and the fire truck. Let's go back to the little red car. Well, so maybe I'm just crazy and they all handle exactly the same. It didn't feel like it. Maybe I just got really good at this game really fast. I don't know. I feel like, I feel like I'm going all over the road a lot more. I don't know if it's because the car is smaller, so it's just like an optical illusion. I'm overcompensating on my turns or what. But it doesn't feel consistent. I'm definitely having trouble passing this fire truck, so overcompensating quite a bit, but I am in front now. I'm probably not going to remain in the lead. Oh, well, at least the AI is bad at driving too, right? Just sacrifice the lead for me. Okay, so you've got some issues here, obviously, developer. But there's some fun here too. I had stopped the timer, but I've done the only track with every car that'll work now. So let's get down to it, right? I am not going to try to play in first person again because that was horrible. The fact that the other enemies just were phasing through my camera and stuff, and I couldn't see where I was going, that was no good. Basically, anytime somebody comes up behind you to try to pass you, you instantly wreck your vehicle if they're driving one of the bigger vehicles. So your track is cool. It feels a little tight, but not terribly so. But as you saw, I went through all, 9 of your vehicles, and I might be crazy, but it feels like they all handle differently, or it feels like most of them handle differently, and it feels like they have different max speeds, because I feel like I just crushed it with that little Formula 1 car, and that I actually did a really, I didn't do a full race through, but I felt like I did a better job with the fire truck and the Formula 1 than I did with any of the other vehicles. So if they are all the same, and I'm just imagining it, I would say that it probably comes down to the fact that it's pretty obvious to me that the way you've designed this is that each of the players has like a little node, and then you put the frame around them, but the full frame is not like, it's not a hitbox or whatever. Like, so the full body of the fire truck is not a hitbox, which is why you can phase into it a little bit, and then you run into the, you know, the hard center of it and bounce off or whatever. So it may be that just because some of the cars are shaped differently than others, that it feels like it's handling differently, and it's not, because it visually it looks like you're handling the curves better than you are. I would say that as with any racing game, it seems like the AI can go around corners at top speed a little faster than the player can. I was going at top speed for pretty much the whole game, so that wasn't too big of a detriment. More importantly, you've got a couple of huge bugs, which first of all is that if you try to click, if your player ever clicks choose track, even if they choose the same track, it instantly breaks the game, and you can't start a race. So you need to adjust that quick, because people are going to think, like, for me, when I saw that, I was just like, well, F it then. And I was actually about to just stop playing, because it felt like the game didn't function. And I know the game just came out and everything, but that's something that you should have picked up on in beta testing or in testing before you put it out. And you could have very easily just not had that be clickable. Since there's no other maps anyway right now, you could have just designed your other maps and then held off on releasing them until you fixed that issue, because that issue is the kind of issue that makes people delete the game and never look at it again. For the cars, you've got 9 cars here. As I said, I'm not sure if they handle differently or if I'm just crazy, but 2 of them break the game, or they don't break the game because you can exit out, but 2 of them, when you start up, the game just fails to understand where you're supposed to be, and then you can't play. Again, I would say just take those off until you have figured out why that's happening. I think that what's probably happening is that when you go in with each car, the game is trying to say, okay, you're going to start in this spot, and then all the other cars are going to start in this spot, and it's like, I feel like the developer didn't load in a series of logic for the game to figure out who goes where and how many cars there are when the green pickup or the blue van is picked. So the game is just going and then nothing happens. I think that that's what's happening there, and if so, then that would probably be a pretty easy fix. It would just be a matter of, you know, filling in some boxes, so to speak, because you've already set that race start logic for 7 other things without issue. I think that you probably just missed those, or you put a letter somewhere where it wasn't supposed to be or something like that. So that's addressable. Yeah, other than that, and I will say, because I hate to be the spelling police, but I will say that you literally spelled your title wrong, because PYGMY is spelled PYGMY, and you have it PYMGY, which, you know, normally spelling errors are not a big thing. It happens, but you spelled the title to your own game incorrectly. And you spelled it correctly on your actual itch.io page, so there is that. Download now. You are suggesting that people give you $5 for this game, which this is not a $5 game. If you want to set it as a name your own price, you can. I would say that the fact that somebody can pay you $5 and there is a way on the menu screen for them to break the game to the point they have to close it and reopen it just to be able to play it, I would not be asking money. Now, if you're going to continue working on this, great, but like I said, I wouldn't be asking for money for it. I certainly wouldn't be setting the suggested price at $5 for it, because with this game being what it is, it's basically, you know, WASD versus cars with lots of screechy tire sounds. That's another thing I'm going to say is the screechy tire sound got old really quickly. I like it, but the fact that it was pretty much just going the whole time got a little aggravating. But unless you're planning to really bump this up and go from like, and you've got low poly in the tags, so I'm thinking that this is going to remain a very simplistic top-down low poly racing game, which is fine. I would say it should not be presented as a $5 suggested game just because of the amount of I don't know what amount of content you have planned. I saw you've got 9 cars. There's no space for more cars, but the cars all seem pretty much the same. Like I said, I don't know if they actually handle differently or if I'm just crazy. I've said it multiple times now, and it's still true. But you're only going to have 3 maps. The maps take about 2 minutes to drive through. So, in theory, if you multiply that out, if every map is roughly the same size, it might take between 1 minute and 2 minutes per map. Let's say 1 minute and 30 seconds. 1 minute and 30 seconds times 3 is 4 minutes and 5 minutes and 30 seconds, 5.5 minutes. Wait, I haven't had coffee this morning, so my math is off. Minute 30, 4 minutes and 30 seconds. 4 minutes and 30 seconds times 9 if you fix the other 2 cars. That's 42 minutes of gameplay, something like that. Yeah, 4.5 times 9 is 36. Yeah, 40 to 42 minutes of gameplay. Rough math, early day. Sorry, I know this isn't Math Blaster, so I'm gonna stop. But I just don't see this being. I don't see the 45 minutes of gameplay that I would get out of this being worth $5, which I'm sorry. All of that being said, I had fun. There's just some stuff wrong with it, and I really want to see it do well, because you say that you've had fun making it so far, and I could see that. I could see how this would have been a fun thing to work on so far, and I can see the fun in the game. I can see the positivity, I guess I would say. So I don't want to just be nailing this game with, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. I do think that this game has potential. I think you should keep working on it. I think that if it reaches a finished product level, I think that people will pay you for it. I think it's a little early to be taking money for it now. And as I said, I think there are a few things that you definitely need to address, as soon as possible, because as with any game, you don't want somebody to download the game, give you money for it, and then there be a bug like that's gonna tick them off, and then they feel ripped off or whatever. I could see that happening. So for me, I'm going to give the developer a follow. I am going to rate this as a game with potential. So 3 stars, game with potential, with the caveat being that I am going to come back in 6 months, and I hope that this will have been worked on and polished up some more, because I do think that there is potential here for this to be a fun little game, but just for now it still needs work. Let's see what else Technopath has. Technopath has a game that's just called 3D Shooter. It's a play-in browser game. You got a game called Zombies that's a shooter. It's a play-in browser game. And then they've got Xenu and the Masters of the Universe, which is a shooter game. It's got a pretty cute little art style from what I can see on this picture. So, they're still a fairly new developer. They're still learning what they're doing. So we're not going to hate on them, even though it may feel like I have been. I think that you've got some potential on this game. Only other thing I would say, and this isn't really a gameplay thing, is that I would suggest doing something with the middle of your itch.io page, because the white text where the background is just like a screenshot of the game being played, it's kind of hard to read it. There are some spots where you have white text on white vehicles and things like that, and it's just one of those ease of use things. You don't want it to not be readable. But that's really all I have. I feel like I went on longer than I intended to. Please know, developer, that I do not dislike this game, and I am not trying to be mean to you. I know it probably felt like I was giving a lot of negative feedback, but I promise you that there is no malice in my heart or anything like that. There have been times in the past where I've given somebody a less than stellar review and they've gotten offended. So I just want you to know that I support you. I support the work you're doing. I think you have the potential to make this into a fun game. It's just not there yet for me. So that being said, thank you everybody out there for watching. Be sure to check out all of my other first 15 videos here on my YouTube, as well as all of the other videos that I have uploaded, many of which are imported over from my Twitch, which is also linked here on YouTube. So if you like what you've seen, if you have a specific game that you would like to see me play, or that you yourself are working on, you have a friend working on, and you'd like me to give it a once over and just share my thoughts about it, I would be happy to do so. Drop a comment, subscribe, or jump onto my Twitch, give me a follow, and when you see me online, just say hey and let me know about that game project out there that you think needs a little bit of exposure. So yeah, thank you for the work you put in so far, developer. Thank you to everybody out there for watching. Be sure to give this developer a follow, offer them your support, because it's clear that they are working, that they are trying to get better at this for me, and we want them to succeed. We want all indie developers to succeed. So until next time, stay healthy, stay safe. Later.